What's going on? Vaping with Vinny again. So, we're going to rewrap our battery today, and we're going to do it right in our own home with nothing more than a sharp blade and a lighter. Battery is no good. See that? That screams hard short all day. Alright? So I'm just going to heat this up real quick because it'll soften up the material that it's made out of. And then, real quick, like, I'm just going to slide this down the length of the tube. And then I should hopefully be able to pry it up. Oh, nope. There we go. Alright, so that is unwrapped. Alright, and you just want to check the insulator up here, make sure it's still intact and looks healthy. Alright, then you're going to grab up your new wrap, and I think this is the hardest part of the job, getting this thing to cooperate and open up for you. There we go. Now, I'm just going to take our battery, sort of. Alright. Now you got to pay attention to how you have your wrap position before you apply heat. Because if you don't have enough of an overhang on either positive or negative, you won't get enough battery wrap insulate or protection coming up and sitting onto the actual negative or positive post. Plus, you want to make sure on the positive that you're not too close to the button, but that you're not too far away from it either. You know, you want it to get a nice bite and sit down on that insulator, just to give you the most amount of protection against having a hard short. So I put it about a millimeter or so above the top of the battery, and then there's usually just a little bit more on the negative end, which in my mind is perfect, or at least just fine. I'm more concerned with how my positive post looks, and I just run a little bit of heat around the top first, just because this is what's important to me. Alright, like if the rest of it's kind of a little wonky a bit or something, that's okay. It's not the end all of anything, you know. As long as you make good contact. Now, if you didn't want to have to do this with an open flame, that is possible. They do sell inexpensive like heat guns and stuff like that at different, you know, types of stores. But if I was to want to do this with a heat gun and not a lighter, personally, what I would do is I would run down to Harbor Freight. I don't know if you guys have one near you, but basically, Harbor Freight will have a sort of, you know, no-named brand, one or two even, sometimes three companies that will make like a, you know, beefed up hair dryer, and you can get them fairly inexpensively. So the next time I'm down there, I may actually look into one, just because you know, it would be a hell of a lot easier, just because they disperse so much more volume of heat, and you can control the direction and stuff. I mean, like, that's the real way to do it. But I mean, in a pinch, there you go. Just like I said, you know, you want a good amount of protection down here, and you want to make sure your placement and spacing on the positive pin is good. And as long as you just look after your batteries and just continue to care for them, you know, you'll stay safe. And that's what it's all about, vaping safely. Alright, so hope that helped. On that note, thanks for tuning in. You are Vaping with Vinny. And I don't know, I'll have other things to get to you guys here with in a fairly short amount of time, hopefully. So on that note, stay beautiful, keep vaping, and most of all, be safe, guys. Like having you around. And I'm out.